Bienvenidos amigos, un día más a Estudio Gamer, soy Miguel y hoy vamos a realizar la misión, la última misión para entrar a la central nuclear. Y como veréis el vídeo, si habéis seguido un poquito la serie, ahora veréis que hay cosas diferentes y es porque el final, la partida final ya la jugué y llegué a un punto en donde no podía avanzar, no podía abrir una puerta. Bueno, sí, la abría, pero yo moría instantáneamente. No quiero hacer mucho spoiler, eh, pero este va a ser un vídeo donde voy a contar algunas cosas sin contar al final, sin hacer mucho spoiler o muy poco, pero de cómo terminar el juego realmente, eh, si has hecho cosas diferentes, porque llega un momento que yo no podía terminar el juego, no sabía cómo hacerlo. Entonces voy a contar algunas cositas sin destripar nada de la historia para que la gente que llegue a este vídeo, porque lo voy a poner así, ¿no? Que sea cómo llegar al final, cómo realizar el final, lo tenga claro de qué es lo que tiene que hacer, ¿no? Porque yo me he encontrado al punto de casi dejar el juego porque no sabía qué es lo que tenía que hacer. Y mirando por vídeos de otros gameplays, pues no encontraba la solución. Entonces, vamos adelante. Eh, bueno, lo primero, antes de subir y explicaros la solución, ¿vale? Hay que prepararse para la misión. Súper importante prepararse. Entonces, yo directamente lo que hago es dejar todo lo que no voy a necesitar. No me llevo nada de pistola de... ¿vale? Todo esto lo dejo porque no utilizo. Esto tampoco. Esto tampoco lo utilizo. Esto ya no lo puedo dejar. Sobre todo, tenéis que dejar todo lo que no vayáis a utilizar y llevaros pues lo que... armamento, básicamente, es lo que vais a necesitar. Depende de cómo veáis a afrontarlo. Entonces, esta sí la dejo. Esta también la dejo. La pistola esta también la dejo. Esto también. Esto también lo dejo. Ganzúas, yo creo que no es necesario, pero bueno, me las voy a llevar. Esto lo voy a dejar también, ¿vale? Sobre todo, llevarse muchas ungüentos de curación, alguna para revivir, o sea, la jeringa para revivir, ¿vale? Yo os comento un poco que es lo necesario para ir bien preparado y ya vosotros, ¿vale? Y eh, blindaje pesado. Puedes llevar una de... Vale. Una de blindaje táctico y otra de blindaje pesado. Vale. Y el resto, munición. Mucha munición. Yo me llevo la del fusil, llevo el fusil preparado. No es necesario. Yo no he necesitado nada más, la verdad. Ahora, eso sí, un montón de munición, toda la que pueda llevar. Y ahora vamos a... Perdonadme que empiece por aquí, pero es que ya quiero hacer la misión también. Y así un poco también podéis ver y quiero ir preparado, ¿no? Pero sobre todo es en la elección de los personajes, es donde está... que si no eliges bien qué misión darle a cada uno, no llegas al final. Y ya os digo todo lo que pueda llevar. Porque además depende de cómo... de qué decisiones hayáis tomado, se va a tener que disparar más o menos. O qué decisiones toméis incluso en el momento. Me gustaría hacer un vídeo, de consejos antes de empezar. Porque si estáis viendo este vídeo, imagino que os habrán quedado algunas pistas, algunos misterios sin resolver. Y cuando llegáis al final, no todos los compañeros os quieren acompañar. Y ahí es donde empieza el problema. Pero bueno, eso es fácilmente, como mínimo, eso sí, tenéis que tener 3 seguidores. Mínimo. Si por lo que sea habéis tomado decisiones y no tenéis 3 seguidores, vale, aquí tenemos para el momento sobra. Pues tenéis que volver atrás, que mínimo 3 son necesarios. Vale, aquí como veis los tenemos todos, ¿vale? Pero ahora el problema es este, os lo voy a enseñar, ¿vale? El problema es que aquí tenemos la conspiración resuelta, red de mentiras resuelta, lo de Stalker negro no lo tengo resuelto y la mujer del rojo tampoco lo tengo resuelto. Cuando fallas la misión te deja entrar como en el mundo paralelo para tomar decisiones diferentes, pero realmente no me aclaro de cómo hacerlo. Os imagino que podrás tomar alguna decisión que cambie y que puedes resolver, pero cuando resuelvo una me quito otra, o sea que al final siempre me pasa lo mismo. Vale, aquí ya vamos directamente al asalto. Vamos a iniciar.
Everyone, it's time to hit the power plant. We all know it's not going to be easy. We tried before, and not everyone made it. But this time we're smarter and better prepared. I know we can do this. We have to do this. It's the only way we can find Tatiana and end NAR.
Mousy, you're talking about striking at the heart of the rat.
I have evidence that NAR was conducting Chernobylite experiments back in the 90s. Tatiana and her baby were 2 of their subjects. With the rate, we must act now.
What about that black mask-wearing motherfucker?
No, but who cares? When we cross
Aquí es
paths,
donde
we'll
ya,
take him out.
como no tenemos las
End of story.
misiones, o sea,
Do you know what NAR is actually doing at the power plant? Why is it so important?
hay 2 que no quieren
And what
acompañarnos
does it have to
porque no
do
hemos
with
terminado
Tatiana?
todos los
Unfortunately, I couldn't uncover all the details. We stick together, follow the plan.
I like the pep talk, Professor. I think you even...
Yes, we do. We've got everything. This is much bigger than anything any of us has done before.
One organization holding this much.
You know how I feel. The rat...
Igor, you know I always have. I can't support a plan that doesn't...
This is bullshit. You're asking us to walk blind.
You think I'm gonna back up?
It's your choice. If you...
¿Veis? Hay 2 que se
I
borran.
appreciate your trust.
Vale, aquí
We
empiezan
can't
los
count on the
problemas.
element of surprise. But we know in time and again, NAR will dress somebody up as an N. We have 2 NAR uniforms, both male.
You should take someone who can keep his cool when
You're not seriously thinking about going with it?
Vale, hay que elegir. Para que te acompañe, nadie. No es necesario. Hay otras maneras.
On second thought, I think I'll do this on my own. Keep things simple. NAR must have upgraded its digital defense perimeter and surveillance system by now. A skillful hacker should be able to at least temporarily disable them.
I'm your man, Mousy. The great Ratcatcher has blessed electronics, surveillance, computers.
Un hacker es súper importante. Sin él no avanzaremos. O sea, hay que elegir a Tarakan.
I need someone to cover our asses in case we end up in the shit. Someone who can take down a target from...
Firearms are my preferred method of so.
Aquí... pues no he llegado hasta el final aún, pero yo creo que podríamos no elegir a nadie, ¿vale? Igual sería mejor llevarse a alguien de la primera, pero... o sea, incluso igual con dos compañeros solo podría ser suficiente, ¿vale? Aquí podríamos no elegir a nadie tampoco. Vamos a elegir a Sasko.
Last but not least, a spy. I want someone to monitor NAR activities and keep us informed about their moves.
I've been watching these assholes fight the reflection for years. I know how they think. I'm your guy. I know the power plant like a boy knows the woods behind his house. Let me take care of it.
Vale, y espía es súper necesario también. O sea, hay que llevar un espía también. Sin espía tampoco avanzamos. ¿Vale? El técnico y el espía son súper necesarios.
Does everyone know what to do? Last chance to reconsider.
Vale. El francotirador igual no sería tan necesario. Pero bueno, si tienes 3, yo elegiría esto. Si tienes 2, pues espía y técnico y se puede probar. No lo he probado yo. Pero yo creo que podrías llegar al final.
You've already tried and failed, Igor. Perhaps there's a better way. Let me show you something.
Esto si lo habéis intentado os saldrá esta escena. Y os manda aquí. Esta no es la que se puede cambiar la historia. O sea,
Every decision you made during this mission lies before you. Revisit your choices and change them at your will. Ponder your mistakes and make them right. Finish your mission and find me, Igor.
vale, pues lo que os decía. Esta no es la que cambiamos la historia, las decisiones de la historia, sino las decisiones de la misión de la central solamente, ¿vale? Y aquí tenemos la primera que podemos acceder, ¿vale? Que es la que deberíamos cambiar si tenemos 3 y hemos fallado porque no hemos puesto espía, ¿vale? Porque hemos ido sin espía. Vale, esta hay que usarla.
You passed the first gate using a disguise.
Cambiar escena. Vale. Empezamos otra vez. Vale. Aquí nos pasará lo mismo, llegaremos al mismo sitio, usar.
There are a few sentries outside the gate. That's obstacle number 1.
Since I was a kid, I've always wanted to shoot someone in the head with a silence rifle. So elegant, so efficient. All you have to do is give the order. Better use the side passage for now. You can always kill them on your way out.
Vale, si veis ahora, al llevar un espía te da una ruta alternativa.
Your plan sounds reasonable, Mikhail. Do it.
That's not easy to find, but because you...
Ahí la tenéis. Ya no es necesario llevar a alguien que te entre. Empezar entrando pegando tiros. O sea, ni gastas el francotirador. Te vienes por aquí. . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . 。 . 。 . . 。 . . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . . . . . .
。
la carta del infiltrador ya no la necesitas. Vale. Ya estás dentro.
I've taught you how to change past events. It's time to use that knowledge again. Try, fail, learn, repeat.
So far, so good. But it's getting harder now. NAR's upgraded some of the old security features. Security checkpoint. What used to be a radiation detector is now a biometric scanner. Clever.
Trampa.
I already found the right database.
La que tenemos que elegir.
I'll upload your biometric data, and you can walk right through.
They're behind cover. I can't take them all from this distance. But I could pop up those fuel tanks a few hundred meters behind your position. You can slip through it in the chaos. Bad thing is, I'll have to give up this position.
Those NAR security systems can be broken by someone with enough know-how. Those IT wankers probably spent their upgrade budget on Pornhub premium content.
Y aquí, pues lo más lógico es el hacker. Por eso os decía, hacker y espía, súper necesario.
Tarakan, I like your thinking.
One moment. Yes. Done and done. Those gates won't be a problem, Mousy.
Time to move. With a little luck, they won't notice us.
Estamos dentro, hace ruido. Vale, aquí
The entrance
llegamos.
should be very close. It's a large metal door to the tech access corridor. Nothing I can't handle.
Remember the charges I prepared for breaching security doors? Powerful, but quiet. Like sticking a curling iron into a pound of butter. Or maybe you want to save them for later.
Vale, esta opción no sé si te la da por ser francotirador, Sasco. Ahora lo veis, mira, os lo voy a enseñar.
Keep your hand down, Igor. There's a fucking...
Stop yelling! How do you know?
Picked it up on the radio. They haven't made you yet, but if you trigger the alarm, they'll come down on you like a swarm of
Damn! If I force the lock, it'll...
I can try to remotely unlock the door without tripping the alarm.
If I put down the sniper, noise will no longer be an issue. Then you can get past that door with ease.
The lock is wired to the alarm system. But Sashko's charges will destroy both the lock and the...
Vale, aquí tienes 4. Yo creo que, claro, tienes 4 porque Sasco está de francotirador. Si no, tendrías esta, que esa es porque has hecho una misión en la que has recuperado explosivo de Sasco. Vale, si no, no la tendrías. En fin, aquí hay que matar al francotirador si no vas con esta. Creo, porque he probado las otras dos y me descubren y me matan. O puedo entrar, pero ya se descubre. Entonces, quemar la cerradura discretamente si la tenéis o matar al francotirador.
Charges armed. Stay back.
Vale, entramos sin problema.
We made it inside. We're safe, at least for now. These tunnels just about make a beeline. What the fuck? The electronics are sizzling as if they're going to explode.
That's to be expected, Mousy. The power plant's electrical system is antiquated, falling apart. We should find a way to short-circuit the power.
Aquí me pierdo siempre un poco. Claro, si llevas el infiltrador, te va comentando un poco el camino. Por aquí. Vale. Aquí. Esta es otra. Es necesario el hacker. ¿Vale?
I have have access to the circuit board. Perhaps I can cut power to the nearest corridor.
Have you been listening, Mousy? I can turn off the entire sector remotely, no problem. I'll only leave the light on at your location.
I could run to the switchboard and shut the whole thing down, but you might as well call that suicide.
Mi consejo, el hacker. Porque si lo haces tú mismo, no lo he probado, pero creo que solo cierras esta zona de aquí y luego más adelante no podrás pasar. O sea, que el hacker apague todo. ¿Vale?
Tarakan, I like your thinking.
Today, the darkness is our friend, Mousy. You're completely now safe.
Si queréis parar a recoger algo, pero vaya que no es necesario. De hecho, no sé ni si lo ha recogido. Sí. Voy a soltar porque prefiero poder llevar armamento que esto. Vale, ahora avanzáis. No hay electricidad en ningún sitio. O sea que podéis avanzar sin problema.
We're getting close to the reactor floor. I think we managed to dodge the main security detail. As long as we maintain our cover, we should be good.
Step very fucking lightly now, Igor. The place is swarming with those cocksuckers. NAR's beefed up security around ARC for some reason. Either they're preparing for something, or you're walking straight into a goddamn trap.
Que llegamos a esta situación.
I'm in the Golden Corridor. It looks like NAR beefed up security after our little escapade. Not unexpected.
Going in guns blazing is going to be a huge risk for you. I can kill them all right, but then I need to make myself scarce.
A ver, aquí podemos usar el francotirador. Es una buena opción si no llevamos mucho armamento. Si hubiésemos llevado el infiltrador, hubiéramos pasado aquí tranquilamente. Pero yo voy a decidir atacar. Es bastante fácil, pero tienes que llevar bastante armamento también, porque después te va a hacer falta también. Vale, entonces, es que si gastas el francotirador, es lo que te dice, se descubre la posición y se va. Ya no te sirve para más adelante, ya no lo tienes. Vamos a ir reservando y vamos a atacar aquí, ¿vale?
We still have the element of surprise. Let's force our way in. Attack!
Venga. Te quedas aquí en la puerta. Se asoma por aquí. solo podemos... Vamos a recuperarnos un poquito. Tenía placas, ¿no? Bueno, sí. Botiquín, podemos llevar. Botiquín. Esto lo podemos llevar. Bien. Una placa. Placa. ¿Dónde están las placas? No las veo. Ah, bueno, ya hemos recuperado. Vale. La placa directamente se ha cargado. Venga, empezamos. Aquí no había nada, ¿no? 3, no. Venga. Empezamos. Vale, aquí tenemos la siguiente opción.
Damn. We need to get past these scientists.
I've still got some of Tarakan's charges. One well-placed explosion would trip the alarm and all the happy little geeks would run for their lives. Of course, that means I'll have to bug out too.
The Brainiacs have their own dedicated comms. I could put my fabulous acting skills to work and tell them to fuck off, but it's a two-man job. The great Ratcatcher has smiled upon you today. I can help.
Yo aquí elijo aceptar el plan del espía. ¿Vale?
Tarakan, I like it.
Sounds good, Mousy. It shouldn't take long to hack the comms.
I could use a smoke.
Attention!
Ah,
Pneumonia!
ese. Vale, vale, sí,
Arthur!
perdón.
The
Pensaba que me
reactor's
había
about to
equivocado.
explode!
Es mi hija
One for
ahí,
your
el
lives,
espía.
everyone!
What kind of nonsense is this? The reactor cannot
Fuck it, Anatoly. A break is a break.
Vale. Perfecto. Ya avanzamos sin problema. Y ahora aquí supongo que algunos habréis llegado y no habéis podido pasar de
These
esa
old
puerta.
ventilation ducts will take me straight to the Ark.
What the hell is this? Was it here before? Looks like some sci-fi fucking movie prop.
The door is trapped. Touch it, and I'll spend my last moments on Earth convulsing.
Mousy, the ventilation duct should not be secured. The Rat King is...
I can use the charges to disrupt the power supply. There's an auxiliary generator, but you should have a few moments to get past before it kicks in.
Wait, Igor! Remember the map you borrowed from that fucker Semenov? It shows another way in.
Vale, nada de ni cortar. Bueno, cortar podrías pasar si hubieras cogido, hubieras reservado el francotirador, ¿vale? Yo creo que con dos podrías llegar al final, utilizándolos bien, sobre todo intentar hacer lo que se puede hacer uno mismo, pero bueno, en este caso como tenemos el espía.
Your plan sounds reasonable, Mikhail. Do it.
The doors are behind you, Igor. Cut through the crap on the other side, and you'll find a nice, fat ventilation duct. Climb up in there, and it'll take you straight to the Ark.
Vamos. ya estaríamos dentro. Aquí, a partir de aquí ya... tendríamos un pequeño spoiler. Voy a venir por aquí porque creo que había munición. No me acuerdo dónde estaba. Importante el tener. Aquí no estaba. Ahí, vale. Vale. Aquí ya viene un spoiler. Os aviso. Un spoiler sobre decisiones si no habéis jugado. Imagino si estáis aquí.
Oh,
para ver
hello,
el final.
Igor. I've been expecting you.
Este es Semanov, que evidentemente es malo. Me imagino que si lo hubiéramos matado antes, pues este problema de aquí no lo tendríamos. Pero bueno.
Semenov? You said you didn't want any part of this. Explain yourself.
You are remarkable, I have to say. You earned that right.
Tanya,
Lo voy a pasar
where is
rápido.
she?
You've
Por si
always
no
known
queréis
where
spoiler.
you should be
Ya lo
asking.
visto.
So after else she will.
This is madness.
My
que
God,
quiera ver
you
el
must
final
put you the
puede
only
pasárselo a
real
cámara lenta.
force in this life. Everything else is a substitute, and you are my big. You were supposed to be all that glorious potential. I failed.
I'm going to save Tatiana.
Unfortunately.
Vale. Y hay que ir esquivando así un poquito. Ya está. A ver. Venga, perfecto. Pues seguimos adelante. Creo que ya no había nada.
You heard the man move! The priority is to protect the lab!
Damn. Looks like we'll have to fight our way out.
No. Ah, venga, vamos a ver.
These guys are the last thing standing between me and Tatiana. I can't back down now. I'll fight my way in if I have to.
I've got a plan, Igor. This one's a real badass. It involves my leftover explosives and the main gas tank. I'm guessing you can figure the rest out on your own. I'm probably not coming back, but fuck it. I've lived long enough.
Oh no, this sucks big time balls. I wish we had someone inside who could get those assholes to look the other way.
Claro, aquí puedes utilizar a Sasco Yo ya lo he utilizado, no voy a decir nada. Prefiero entrar luchando.
There's no other choice.
Voy bien preparado. Depende de lo preparado y las balas que lleves. Vale.
Tango spotted. Engage your will.
Joder. Me cago en su puta madre. No puedo correr ahora. Vale, luchar es bastante jodido, ¿eh? Lo estamos viendo. Yo creo que vale la pena, que nos ha jodido bastante.
Who the fuck is he? Find him! Find him!
Joder, que estos son basuras. Joder, tío.
Igor, it's not the end. I won't.
Vale, pues... No voy a volver atrás, lo vamos a hacer. Entonces, jodido, ¿eh? Voy preparado y hay muchos soldados con escudo. O sea, ya lo diré mañana. Vamos a tener que hacer esta. Con blindaje y no es tan fácil, ¿eh? Aunque quiera. Bueno.
Oh, hello, Igor.
Semenov.
Entonces, yo diría que
You
es
said you didn't want any
indispensable
part of
llevar
this.
los tres como mínimo.
Explain yourself.
Sí,
You
porque aquí te va a
are
hacer
remarkable, my
falta. Vais a
boy.
necesitar el
Yes,
francotirador.
ask your questions, please.
Salvo que seáis unos
I have to
pros
say,
y
you earned that right through your hard work and
podáis acabar
persistence.
con todos esos.
Tanya,
pero es complicado.
where is she?
You've
No hay
always
cobertura.
known where she is. She's here.
Bueno, esto lo pasamos.
You how she where she you the end you all
I'm
not.
Vaya. Vale, llegaremos al mismo punto y...
You heard the man. Move! The priority is to protect the lab!
Damn! Looks like we'll have to fight our way out. These guys are the last thing standing between me and Tatiana. I can't back down now. I'll fight my way in if I have to.
I've got a plan, Igor. This one's a real badass. It involves my leftover explosives and the main gas tank. I'm guessing you can figure the rest out on your own. I'm probably not coming back, but fuck it. I've lived long enough.
Oh no, this sucks big time balls. I wish we had someone inside who could get those assholes to look the other way.
Igual si te llevas un infiltrado en vez de un francotirador, puede tener otro final. Pasar luchando, yo creo que es casi imposible, ¿eh? Esta gente hay que dispararle muchas veces. Bueno, vamos a utilizar la que no queríamos. Aquí viene otro spoiler.
Get the ball rolling, Sashko.
Well, Igor, this is it. See you in hell.
What the fuck was that? It came from outside! Move! All units, evacuate the power plant! Let's go! Go, go, go!
Vale, ahora pasamos fácilmente, sin problemas.
One mistake. One fucking mistake.
Pero viene el problema.
Sashko? What's going on?
They didn't catch me. They could never catch me. But they got me anyway. I can't get up, Igor. This is... The game is over for me.
Don't move. I'm going to...
It's too late for that. I had a good run. You're on your own now, okay? Shit.
We're so close. Listen, don't give up, Sashko. Sashko? Tatiana. Finally.
Pretty hot for 60 years old. Damn.
Aquí ya me voy a poner el otro blindaje. No lo tengo no lo tengo a tope de blindaje, no sé por qué. Bueno, en fin, vamos a dejarlo ahí.
Igor, my love. My child.
It's been so very long. But it's finally you. It has to be you.
You know it in your heart, my love. I've been calling out to you for all these years, and you answered.
But how?
You shouldn't be here. It's a mistake. You'll only bring great misery on us all. My poor little boy. All of us together, finally. Release me, my love. Free me.
What did you call me? I don't understand. What can I do?
There's nothing you can't do. You have to end this. Both of us. We're a mistake. An abomination. Close the portal. Destroy the connection.
What connection?
The connection is the strongest force in the universe. It cannot be destroyed. It has to be completed. It is our destiny. Go to the reactor. Find it, my love. It is waiting for you.
Find what?
No more waiting. Please, can't you just let me die? I can't take any more.
Tanya?
Go. Die. Fade. Portal.
Tatiana, are you still there?
Boris, help. Die. Igor.
I don't understand. Oh, fuck.
Reactor. Chernobylite.
What do I do? Oh, fuck, I need to figure this out.
Hi, Igor. Happy to see me.
Olivier, what are you doing?
Do you really need to ask? Did you think I was an idiot right from the beginning?
Put the gun down. Whatever it is, we can work it out.
You are such an asshole. I've been helping you all this time. I made sacrifices. I lost my best friend just to help you find this...
Olivier, please.
Not once, not fucking once did you offer to help me. It was...
Semenov? What's he got to do with... Wait.
Yes, I was working for Semenov. He hired me.
But Semenov? Why would you work for that lunatic? What could he possibly offer?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a chance to change what cannot be changed. To go back in time and...
But that's crazy.
Crazy, sure. Is it any crazier than going for an...
I'm not saying it's impossible, but...
But helping me was... I should have seen it sooner. Besides, I keep having these dreams where I die. It's motherfucking Groundhog Day in hell!
I don't know what to tell you. You're right. I just never thought anyone else would see...
Sure. Semenov isn't the one with the Messiah complex. You are.
Like I said, it's not impossible. But this is neither the...
Not good enough, Igor.
I'm serious too. We don't know what's behind that door. Semenov wanted me here for a reason. And it was... So I promise you, once we see this through, I'll do every...
Say it. To save my team.
To save your team.
Okay. That's good enough for me. I'm glad we understand each other.
All right, I'll be back. Keep an eye on Tanya.
Sure. I just hope you don't screw things up and get us all killed. Again. I'm tired of this carousel of madness.
Vale. Se ha dejado pasar. Tengo entendido que hay varios finales. No es la primera vez que llego. Voy a tomar el que me salga, pero vamos a guardar aquí. ¿Por qué? Por si queremos hacer otro final después. Yo creo que es buena idea. Ya estamos justo. Creo, que aquí ya es el final.
You took your time, Igor.
Cut the crap. It's time you gave me some answers.
Yes, we'll get to that. But since this is our last meeting, I want to ask you a question first.
Fine. Just make it quick.
What do you really hope to achieve, Igor?
Isn't that obvious? I want to save Tatiana.
You may find this surprising, but our goals are actually aligned.
How's that?
We were both going after the same thing, but this whole time we've been chasing someone else's agenda without knowing it. Chernobylite's agenda.
Come on, man. I've come too far to be fed a line of bullshit.
Let's start from the beginning. Do you know who I am?
Hasta aquí llegué, no seguí más adelante. Entonces, yo diría que es Boris, pero sé que no es Boris.
I sure do, Boris. You were my closest friend until you decided to betray me, to take Tatiana from me.
Boris is dead. I killed him on that fateful night, April 26, 1986, and took his identity. Good riddance. He was a treacherous piece of shit.
You took his? Why?
The more important question, the question you somehow failed to ask yourself all this time is, who are you? Because you're not Professor Igor Kiminyuk. You never were. I am Igor Kiminyuk. I only changed my name to protect you and your mother.
Protect me? How? By trying to kill me at every turn?
If I wanted to kill you, I would have done it the first time we met at the power plant.
Will you quit talking in fucking riddles?
The truth is hard to swallow, I know. It was hard for me too. You are me. Tatiana isn't your fiancée. She's mine. Everything you know about her, everything you remember, none of it is yours. You're living someone else's life. My life. You are my clone, sort of. You got my body, my brain, my skills, and most importantly, my memories from before the Chernobyl disaster.
What are you saying? How is that even possible?
Tatiana was sterile. That was our personal tragedy. But when Semenov imprisoned her after the Duga fiasco, she fell pregnant. At first, I thought Boris was the father, and I was angry with her. But that was another of Semenov's lies. He needed me to stay on the project and study Chernobylite, so he injected Tanya with the nano solution. What happened next was, I don't know what to call it, an immaculate conception. She gave birth to a boy, you. You grew much more quickly than other kids, but your mind didn't seem to follow. It was different somehow. The Chernobylite no doubt affected you in unpredictable ways. I never really considered you my son. You scared the shit out of me. I didn't know what to do with you. But it was obvious that Semenov would incorporate you into his experiments. Or maybe cut you open and rummage around inside. Until one night, Tanya, your mother, communicated with me telepathically, even though her body was in a coma. She pleaded with me to release you into the woods, and that's what I did.
You're saying Tatiana's child, who you released in the woods in 1990? But that's impossible. Impossible! I don't remember any of this.
Of course you don't. You looked like a teenager, but had the mind of a small child. I remember giving you a sweater that Tatiana knitted for me. The night was so cold. It had my name on it.
The sweater? I had it in the camp. I was imprisoned and...
Yes, it could have been a trigger. Your mind somehow began to rebuild itself. Why in my image? I can only guess. Perhaps you were constructed from Tatiana's desires, from her expectations of a child. Funny how I called it pseudoscience. I suspect the process was somehow facilitated by the Chernobylite.
But she's been calling me this whole time. She wanted me here.
I'm afraid you were bamboozled, my poor boy. We all were. It wasn't Tanya who called you here, but it.
Chernobylite? But the images, the voices.
They felt so real, I know. Your mother was your biggest weakness, and the entity exploited that. It wanted you here. It has plans for you, you see, and I cannot allow it to succeed.
Someone sent me a photo of Tatiana and the piece of Chernobylite. Those weren't hallucinations. They were real. I couldn't have constructed my portal gun without them.
Oh, that. It was that bastard Semenov, of course. He wanted to bring you here as well. He never got over it when you vanished. Not that it matters now. I really hoped you would stay away. But it's too late now. I can't allow you to interact with the entity in any way. Only one of us is leaving this room alive.
Wait, can't we talk it over?
We just did. Goodbye, son. Igor. I wish there was another way.
¿Dónde están? Ahí hay portales.
wish there was another way. You're making this too easy, son.
Mira.
I want you to hurt her. Come on, show me the new and improved Igor Kiminyak. Give up already. I promise to make it quick for Tatiana's sake. You're making it. You think you're better than me? Give up already. I promise to make it quick for Tatiana's sake. I wish there was another way. This gives me no pleasure, but it has to be done. You're making this too easy, son.
Acá.
This gives me no pleasure, but it has to be done.
Estoy. No puedo hacer nada. No puedo moverme.
I don't need a force field to defeat you.
I told you to watch Tanya. How on earth did you get in here?
Focus, Igor. Look familiar?
Where did you get that from?
Where else? I took it from you. From your cold, dead hands, Igor.
What? Where? When?
In a reality where you fucked up, my friend. From one of the many worlds bearing the brunt of your failures.
Are you saying that you come from a different... that you're from...
This is hell. You have no idea.
Where are you going?
Back to my screwed up world, of course. You know me. I'd prefer to die fighting.
Wait!
Don't waste the chance I've given you, Igor. Finish the job.
Vamos para allá.
It's over, my son. Close the portal. Cut the connection. Deny this thing away into our world. Do it now!
Son, please. It will kill her. It will kill the love of my life. Of our life. Please, there's another way.
Just let me go. I've suffered long enough.
You can do this, son. You can be the man I could not. Be the better version of me. Go through the portal and face this thing. Undo the harm we both caused Tanya.
No, do not do this. Kill me. Just kill me, please. Finish it.
A ver, Tatiana ya no se puede salvar. Y... Este lo intentó y la cagó. Hay que destruir el portal.
It's time to end this once and for all. If anyone can hear me, run as far from here as you can. Everyone, run like hell. Thank you for showing me the way. I won't waste this, I promise. Goodbye. You can rest now.
The protagonist never explained to his comrades exactly what happened at the power plant, but he came out changed. The Chernobylite vanished entirely. The zone is now free of it. Igor stalkers drove off the remaining NAR troops and even convinced a few of them to join the cause. Now they're working together for the good of the Samoshels, tracking down the few remaining monsters still roaming the area. Mikhail's life was always full of violence. He was the angriest, most obnoxious man Igor had ever known, but he was also unfailingly honest, both with himself and others. Mikhail's thirst to avenge his murdered friends was his main driving force, but working with Igor and the others eventually made him appreciate the kinder aspects of life. In spite of his rough manner and the darkness inside him, Igor came to like the neurotic stalker, and by the end, considered him a true colleague. Mikhail decided to remain in the zone and join the others in protecting their shared home. Sashko had always been the lone wolf and daredevil of the zone. Life had always been harsh for him, and he learned the hard way to rely only on himself. His crusade against NAR began with a desire for closure regarding his brother Ruslan's death, but Igor's quest to find Tatiana was what kept him going until the end. In his final moments, he enjoyed a privilege afforded to few men indeed. He had no regrets. He died as he lived, fighting bravely for those closest to him, and that was enough. Tarakan's fight against the Rat King has reached an end. Having barely survived the zone, he realized his time was up. Now, someone else must carry the torch and defeat the evil lurking in the power plant. But Tarakan wasn't worried. After all, he had prepared Igor and others well. Tarakan's true identity was never discovered. Was he a madman, a saint, a spy? Perhaps he was all of these, or perhaps none of them. But one thing is certain. The old man was a true child of Pripyat. His restless soul will forever wander its marshes and woods. Like so many before him, General Koslov made the wrong choices while chasing a dream of the good life. War taught him about the cruelty and inevitability of loss, leaving him indifferent to human suffering. It was only thanks to his nephew Galib and Igor that Koslov found a serendipitous moment that placed his life on a new trajectory. He realized that some victories come at too great a cost. Koslov left NAR at just the right time and lived out his days in quiet contemplation, somewhere far beyond their nefarious grasp. Semenov's ambitions and neuroses almost got him killed. He was a brilliant scientist, but could never come to terms with the collapse of the Soviet Union. Though not a devout communist, Semenov could not stomach the chaotic aftermath, for it reflected the emptiness of his own heart. And so he chased his green Chernobylite dream, hoping his experiments would usher in a new world order. In reality, what he sought was to fill the gaping void in his own soul. Meeting his former student Igor saved Semenov's life, although he could never have predicted it. Confronted with mortal danger, he realized he could no longer allow his demons to determine his fate. He left the zone, hoping there was still time for him to find peace. Without Semenov's brilliance, NAR eventually dissolved, most of its mercenaries wiped out by either the Shadows or the Samoshils. Faced with staggering losses, the shareholders halted all funding. All that remains of NAR in the zone are the empty barracks and derelict labs, stark reminders of a misguided ambition based on human misery.
Bueno, pues este ha sido el final. No sé si es el final bueno o el malo. En principio ha acabado bastante bien, pero vamos a cargar. Aquí y vamos a tomar el otro final, a ver qué pasa, ¿no? Venga. Ya que estamos, quiero ver los dos finales.
It's over, my son. Close the portal. Cut the connection. Deny this thing away into our world. Do it now!
Son, please. It will kill her. It will kill the love of my life. Of our life. Please, there's another way.
Just let me go. I've suffered long enough.
You can do this, son. You can be the man I could not. Be the better version of me. Go through the portal and face this thing. Undo the harm we both caused Tanya.
No, do not do this. Kill me. Just kill me, please. Finish it.
Vamos a viajar al portal, a ver qué pasa. ¿Cómo vamos de salud? Todo.
A single shot of adrenaline would have saved my ass. Why didn't you give it to me, you cheap fuck?
My life was in your hands, and you let me die.
We were partners, old-timer. I always had your back. Why didn't you have mine?
Clarísimamente,
Taking
al
care
final,
of us was your job. You let me die. You failed.
The eulogy you gave at my funeral was awful. Pure drivel. How can you sleep at night, Mousy?
I trusted you. You were supposed to save us all.
You killed Kostia, you motherfucker. My Kostia.
Why? Why did you betray me, Mousy?
After everything I've done for you, you chose NAR? Burn in hell, you backstabbing little freak!
tenía que hacer.
Executing an unarmed prisoner like a common thug. I expected more from you, Professor Kaminyuk.
This isn't possible. These things can't all have happened. I fixed them. At least some of them.
You were wrong. Did you think meddling with space-time wouldn't have consequences? All of this, every bit of it, happened.
But how? I was going back through the wormholes. I was fixing everything.
There is no time travel the way your friend Olivier understands it. You can never change what's already occurred, because every change creates its own space-time continuum.
And time only moves in one direction. Entropy.
Every time you make or unmake a decision, you twist an entire dimension. It's because you are a part of me, made from the same multi-dimensional stuff.
But I just wanted to save Tatiana.
Yes, your mother. And along the way, you destroyed countless lives across dozens of dimensions. All because of animal body chemistry. Because of the human need to connect with your progenitor. So, here I am. I am your real mother.
What are you? Chernobylite?
I am God.
Bullshit. There is no God.
But it's a matter of perspective. To a spider under your boot, you surely are a god. Isn't that so, Igor?
Don't. Call me that. I'm not... Ah, fuck.
Having a bit of an identity crisis? As a poet once said, the child is the father of the man. The fear that clouds your mind is what makes your situation irreconcilable.
Fear? No. I'm not afraid of...
The fear of discovering there is nothing at the core of your persona but pure chaos. You simultaneously are and are not you. But don't worry, I am about to reveal the truth. After that, it won't matter anymore.
What do you want from me?
Have you ever wondered why, despite your technological sophistication, you, people, so insistently pursue self-destruction? Why destroy your own ecosystem? Why you cannot help but slaughter each other and every other species? Why, over and over again, you sacrifice your own future for short-term gain?
If you're thinking to catch me off guard with your freshman philosophy insights, you've got another thing coming. People are, for the most part, selfish assholes. I don't need an alien entity to tell me this. So what's next? Are you going to propose some kind of new world order to save us all? Am I to be your prophet and help you usher in a comic book utopia?
I never expected you to be so nihilistic, but I suppose it isn't surprising. No, a new world order isn't enough to save you from yourselves. You are fundamentally flawed.
Is that right? And why is that?
Again, it's the fear. Fear of your own existence. Fear of anything strange or other. Fear about the future. I can take it all away. I can help you, as I've helped many other civilizations before.
How?
Your kind can only live in the moment. The future is terrifying to you. It makes you do silly, destructive things. Surely you can see that now. Become my vessel, and I will purify them of fear and weakness. I will remake mankind in my image, burn away the dross in a firestorm the world has never seen. I must reduce everything to ashes so they can be reborn.
That is some insane biblical shit.
You're scared this will make you feel less special, less of a hero? This is what being a hero is all about. You went on a quest to heal the world, to find a cure. I am the cure. We can banter words for as long as you want. I have plenty of time. But the result is inevitable. You and I are already connected at the core. You cannot exist without me. Struggling against me will only tire you. It will not in the slightest change the outcome. You're like a fish, endlessly swimming the circumference of a wash basin. You want to jump out, but without me, you simply can't. All your science cannot help you. It's time to set aside this futile struggle. Help yourself and the world. Embrace me.
Aquí hay otro final. Vaya. Vamos a rechazar.
I see you have it all figured out, my love. But it's not going to happen. I refuse to take part. If mankind wants to destroy itself, let it. For all I know, extinction is a better fate than becoming part of whatever you are.
You are defiant, like her. But as I said, we can do this forever. For eternity. I can have you wake back up at your base again and again. In the end, you will always return to me. It is a circle.
A circle? Of course.
Oh, don't get distracted with your theories now. You have no choice. We belong together.
I almost fell for it. But something betrayed you. You omitted one detail, a detail that makes you vulnerable. Me. I'm your only hope, and this also makes me your biggest weakness.
You cannot exist without me. I made you. Everything you are is because of me.
True, but you also cannot exist in this plane without me. You're no god. You're just a fucking parasite. A freeloader looking for a new host, hoping to get a foothold in a new environment. Tanya, my mom, is no longer a viable option for you. You can't use her anymore. Who knows? Perhaps you never needed her in the first place. And all this was a ruse to bring me back to you.
You don't even know what you are. You have no identity. You don't exist without me. Now obey.
Identity. Yes. Perhaps I'm Igor. Perhaps I'm Igor's son. Perhaps I'm both. Maybe I'm just a faulty copy of a dead physicist. But it doesn't matter. I make my own choices. And that brings us neatly to my conclusion. As a scientist, I must test this theory before I can confirm or deny it. So watch closely, my love. This.
¿Qué quieres? No, media hora necesito. Media hora. ¿En media hora? Sí. Venga. No, sácala. Media hora. Estoy trabajando y ahora bajo yo.
This is my final experiment. It's time to break the circle and destroy the parasite by denying it a host.
No! 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 The protagonist never returned from the power plant. The Chernobylite vanished entirely. The zone is now free of it. Igor stalkers drove off the remaining NAR troops and even convinced a few of them to join the cause. Now they're working together for the good of the Samoshels, tracking down the few remaining
Voy a pasarlo un poquito rápido porque esto es lo mismo.
Mikhail's life was always full of violence. He was the angriest, most obnoxious. Mikhail's thirst to avenge.
Me gustaría ver el otro final también.
In spite of his rough manner and the darkness inside him, Igor came to like the neurotic stalker.
Esto yo creo que es lo mismo. Aquí no ha pasado nada.
Mikhail decided to remain in the zone and join the others in protecting their shared home. Sashko had always been the lone wolf, and life had always been harsh for him, and his crusade against NAR began with a desire for closure. In his final moments, he enjoyed a privilege afforded to few men in. He died as he lived, fighting bravely. Tatakan's fight against the Rat King, having barely survived the zone. Now, someone else must carry the torch and defeat. But Tatakan wasn't worried. After all, he had prepared Igor and others well.
Esto es diferente, sí. Pero...
Tatakan's true identity was never discovered. Was he a madman? But one thing is certain. The old man was a true child of Pripyat. Like so many before him, General War taught him about the cruelty and it was only thanks to his nephew Galib and Igor that Koslov found he realized that some victories come at. Koslov left NAR at just the Semenov's ambition was a brilliant.
Vale, esto ya lo hemos visto. Vamos a pasarlo.
And so, in reality,
Esto no cambia.
meeting his former student Igor he left the zone, hoping there was without faced with staggering losses. All that remains of it.
Esto todo es lo mismo que el primer final. Lo único que morimos nosotros. Vale. Nos quedaría un final. Ahí yo creo que es donde cambia todo. Y sería posiblemente el final malo. No lo sé, vamos a ver. ¿O no?
It's over, my son. Close the portal.
Son,
Just let me...
you can do this, son. Go through the portal.
No, do not do...
Viajar al portal.
A single shot of adrenaline would have saved my ass.
Bueno,
Why
esto
didn't you
vamos
get
bastante
what was
rápido.
in your
Segundo
hands?
tiempo.
And you let me die.
Old timer. I always had your
Taking
back.
care of us was
Why
your
didn't you have
job.
mine?
You let me die. You
The
failed.
eulogy you gave at my funeral was awful. Pure
I
dreadful.
trusted you. You were supposed to save us all.
You killed Kostia, you motherfucker. My Kostia.
Why did you betray me, Mousy?
After everything I've done for you, you chose NAR.
On prisoner.
Está bien, hay tres finales, pero
Backstabbing little freak.
These things can't all have happened.
podrías...
I fixed them.
Es muy fácil verlos.
At least some of them.
Es decir, cargas partida y listo.
Did you think meddling with space-time wouldn't have
Deberían obligarte, yo
consequences?
creo,
All of this, every bit of it,
a hacer
happened.
la misión, al menos la de la
But
central
how?
entera.
I was going back through the wormholes. I was fixing everything.
There is no
tuvieras que
time
empezar,
travel,
¿no? Para
the
ver
way your friend
el
Olivier
emocional.
understands it. You can never change what's already occurred, because every change creates its own space-time
estamos aquí.
continuum.
And time only moves in one direction. Entropy.
Esto lo
Every
pasaremos
time
rápido,
you
nos
make
va a
or
comentar,
unmake a
nos va a decir lo
decision,
mismo.
you twist an entire dimension. It's because you are a part of me, made from the same multi-dimensional stuff.
But I just wanted to save Tatiana.
Yes, your
Bueno, esto no lo
mother.
podemos pasar.
And along the way, you destroyed countless lives across dozens of dimensions. All because of animal body chemistry. Because of the human need to connect with your progenitor. So, here I am. I am your real mother.
What are you?
I
Claro, sí,
Bullshit.
But
Don't.
having the fear,
Fear?
but don't.
What?
Have you? What? Why?
If you're thinking people, so what's next? Am I?
I know.
Is that
Again, I can.
how?
Esto
You
es todo lo
are
mismo, ¿no?
I will. I'm.
That is.
You're
Estoy pasándolo
this
rápido
weekend,
porque
but
es lo
there
mismo
was
que hemos
struggle
visto
your
antes,
life. All
hasta
it's
que
time.
tenemos que decidir. Y aquí creamos una comunión con la channel Lead.
See. Maybe it's time humanity gets another chance at being its best self.
No one will ever know the protagonist's ultimate fate. When he disappeared, a wave of monsters poured into our world through the interdimensional gate, turning Pripyat into a permanent war zone. The inhabitants of the zone gathered everyone who could fight and resist them as best they can.
Vale, este es el final malo, clarísimamente.
They will never abandon the zone, for it has become their home. They still hope Igor will return one day and help them in their struggle. The Chernobylite meanwhile spreads farther into the zone, and the fight grows more desperate with every passing day. Mikhail's life was always full of violence. He was the angriest, most of Mikhail's thirst to avenge his murdered friends. In spite of his rough manner and the darkness inside him, Mikhail decided to remain in the zone and join the others in protecting their shared...
Esto creo que es lo mismo, ¿eh?
Sashko had always been the lone wolf, and life had always been harsh for him, and he learned the hard way to realize his crusade against NAR began with a desire. In his final moments,
Sí. Todo esto es lo mismo. Vamos a pasar rápido.
Tatakan's fight against the rat having barely survived now, someone else must carry the... But Tatakan wasn't worried. Tatakan's true identity was never discovered. But one thing...
Vale, pues el primer final que tomamos es el
Like
bueno.
so many before him, General
Salvamos
Koslov made the wrong
la
choices
humanidad,
while chasing a dream
la
of the good
zona
life.
y a nosotros mismos también.
It was... He realized... Koslov... Semenov's ambitions and... He was a brilliant scientist. Though not a devout communist, Semenov could not stomach the chaotic aftermath, for it reflected the emptiness of his own heart. And so, in reality, what he sought was to fill the gaping void in his own soul.
La vida de lo que pasa después con Tarakan, con Mikhail y con Saskov, porque son
Meeting his former student
los
Igor
únicos tres
saved
compañeros
Semenov's
que
life,
nos acompañan.
although he could never have
Si
predicted it.
hubiéramos conseguido
Confronted
llevar a
with
más
mortal danger,
compañeros,
he
probablemente
realized he
nos
could no
enseñaría
longer
también
allow
su
his
vida.
demons to determine his fate.
Esto voy a hacer un vídeo explicativo porque
He left
creo
the
que en
zone,
algún
hoping
momento
there was
cometí un
still
error
time for him to find peace.
y no pude
Without
completar todas
Semenov's
las misiones.
brilliance, NAR eventually dissolved.
Y
Most of
bueno,
its
voy a hacer
mercenaries
un vídeo
wiped
con
out by either the
consejos para
Shadows
empezar.
or the Samo Shields. Faced with staggering losses, all that remains of NAR in the zone are the empty barracks and derelict labs, stark reminders of a misguided ambition